Installing a bike rack for touring is a very exciting thing, hence my Indiana Jones background music. So we're going to go through this workflow fairly quickly. This is the priority rack linked in the description below. It sits a little further back on the bicycle, which is great because hopefully your feet won't hit the bags when you're pedaling on a tour. So we're going to go ahead and start by installing the back two bolts, and just like normal with this new frame, we're using a little bit of WD-40 on the threads just so they're nice and lubricated when we insert them into the thread holes. So this rack goes on pretty easily with 4 hex bolts, which we can install with our hex wrench set. And I started with the lower ones. Had a little trouble getting in the hex bolts on the right side of the tire just because there was a little pain in those screw holes. So we added a little extra lubrication on there and just very carefully applied some pressure to the start of the bolt going into the threads for the first time. Now we can use that's a 5mm hex wrench to pull out the rods on the rack and attach them to the bolts that are already threaded on the bike. This goes pretty quickly, and once it's done we can go ahead and snug down the 2 bottom bolts. Nothing super tight, everything's just nice and snug. Alright, now we're ready to put the bags on. Just doing a quick retension of the bottom fender. Make sure the wheel spins freely without hitting it. I got these bags on eBay used, so don't have to produce something new. And I'm pretty excited to get them out on tour, see how they ride. They just clip onto the frame. And there's some spring hooks on the bottom as well. Pretty straightforward. We'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.